So it's Sunday the 6th of November and we've been out on anchor nearly a week now. We've been in a few different bays. We've just taken it easy and saw out a strong northerly wind a few days ago, and this morning we're just going to head to a mooring ball which we've booked because there's a low pressure system coming with some serious wind, so we're just going to make our way back. So I'll hand you over to Skipper and he's going to tell you what we're up to.
Sweet, so we're over kind of in the eastern part of the Bay of Islands, over here at Omakiwi Cove. Yeah, just in here. So this is Urapukapuka and Motorua Island. So these are all quite cool predator free islands. Anyway, so we're over here, and where we're actually going to go is over here. So we're going to come basically along here, around Tāiko Point, and to here where our mooring ball is. We're going to probably anchor first, jump in the tender and go and check out our mooring ball, just because we haven't seen it before, and it'll probably be easier to suss it out, make sure it's all clean and adequate for us. Before we try and tie up to it. So yeah, it's forecast for southerly this morning, about 10 knots. So that means the wind will be coming straight up the chart, and then it's going to switch to an easterly this afternoon, but I imagine we'll be already there. So we'll probably be on the beam reach most of the way, probably be light winds, I'd imagine. Yeah, so that's about it. Anything else to add?
No, so we're just getting the boat ready, and then I'll do a trip report to Russell Radio and we'll head out of here.
I wanna be on the water, glide on blue sea. Feel the wind blowing, fly like a bird, be set free. Will you take my hand and protect the land? Surf on the breeze with me, yeah. Take Tāiko, 3 years of climbing. Take Tāiko, come rain or shining. Take Tāiko, drift in the orange sun. Take Tāiko, it's the only one.
There's not too much to worry about on the way. There are some rocks here which we've been sailing around, but yeah, that one there's probably a bit of a worry, but it's about 1 metre. So yeah, we'll give that a berth, wide berth, but come around Tāiko Point, and then we know this area really well, so it's all pretty open. The white on the chart is greater than 10 metres deep, so that's the 10 metre contour where it turns blue. So we'll probably be in that deeper water most of the way.
Okay.
Okay, let's go.
I don't know.
River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, gone.
So Skip, what are the conditions?
Well, the beautiful conditions, in short, is about 15 knots. We're just sailing downwind with it, so probably feels like about 10 knots, if anything.
It's nice,
Yeah. So it's perfect. And we've just done a couple of drives, and now we've got a long board all the way to Tāiko Point, if everything goes to plan. So yeah, that's good. Just tidying up the cockpit a bit. What do you think?
Oh, I think it's great so far. Got a nice sail, like Adam says, and show you some of the instruments. So, yep. And do you want to just show a bit of the course?
So this is our setup. So we've got our chart here with our speed over ground, course over ground, true wind, direction and speed, apparent wind speed, and our log. And then we've got another display here, which we have some further info on, in particular the effect of the tide. So we've got a knot and a half of tide on our port quarter, and then as our autopilot controller, so that makes working this thing really easy. You can just alter the course quite easily. Also, you've got the same functionality here. There's different autopilot settings. So for instance, we could set it to wind now, and it will follow the apparent wind, sail according to the apparent wind. Yeah, and there's lots, we could go on and on. Instruments, there's got a digital barometer, so, and of course a compass. So yeah, it's all working out quite well. Easy sailing. So here we are at Matafi Bay, which is just near Russell in the Bay of Islands. And the thing is, there's a big blow coming on Thursday, Friday. It's going to be, looks pretty horrendous to be honest. Probably 30 to 40 knots, which will be more. Of course there'll be more. So we've come to the we have this mooring ball on sort of standby, so we've taken it and we've tied up, just so we don't have to worry too much. You know, it's one less thing to worry about, and on the weekend we can push off again when things are settled down. So I'll show you the mooring line set up, a couple of different things. Dock line as a second, so if for some reason it chafes through up here by the fair lead, you can see I've got it on as a rolling hitch way down at the water level there, so there's sanitary piping, kind of quite hard, high density piping. But the thing is, for our setup, because the strong point's so far back, the chafe protection only just reaches the roller. And then you can see that actually at times the mooring line will strike our anchor there. So I've just went down to the hardware shop and bought a couple of big leather gloves and cut the big panels of leather out and zip tied them on there just as a bit of chafe protection for this blow. That's the red bit you can see there is leather. There's two layers of leather, so it feels quite good. Pretty happy. I'm very happy with it, in fact. It's all good. Now we just got to let all this stuff flow through and come out the other side and carry on. But it's just the nature of it. But I do think it's a good idea to be tied up here rather than necessarily having to see it out on anchor, which I'm sure we could do, but you know, it's about picking a battle sometimes. It's meant to be fun, this exercise, so let's try and make it fun. It's not that we haven't tried our storm anchoring before, so we've got that back up as well. So it's a pretty good anchorage. Well, mooring field. We've got this, the wind will be coming from that direction, over that hill there, which is the southeast. So there's a bit of fetch for us, but yeah, I'm sure it's all been seen before here. Quite a nice place. We can take the tender around the point over there and go to Russell. We've been around there this morning, and there's the Russell Boating Club, I think it's called. There's a really cool tender dock. You can see all the tenders in the distance, so it's all quite well set up, and yeah, enjoying it.
So Adam would have mentioned that we've come onto our mooring. It's the first time we've moored our boat, or first time we've moored Tāiko, and because there's strong wind coming in on Thursday, Friday, but it's some, well, stronger wind, but some strong wind has actually started today, and it's just been whistling through here. And yeah, it's just quite unusual being on a mooring in this type of weather, so it's a new experience for me. We're just going to go candy cane the genoa just to keep it intact, and pull out our outboard just so the tender's not so floppy. Yeah, so maybe you'll get to hear some wind whistling through. Welcome to New Zealand weather.
Yeah.
We actually anchored off here when we first came to the Bay of Islands, and there were strong winds forecast, and we hit 60 knots at one point. And if you've looked at our website, sailingtotaiko.co.nz, you would have read about that post. So highly recommend you go there. But as per usual, Adam's taking this in a stride. I'm a bit out of my comfort zone, but it's all part of the learning. But I'm fortunate to have Adam, who's calm and patient and takes us in a stride. So Skipper, what are we doing?
Well, because we've got a big, massive 125% genoa. If that came in, if the wind got into it and unfilled it, it could be quite catastrophic. So this is normal consideration for a yacht. Nothing specific to us. But we've got two options. One is we actually take the whole sail off, which means sliding it down, and it's a big heavy sail and it's already windy. It's just a headache. We're not going to do that. Or we can put some ties around it to make sure it's not going to unfurl, and just make sure that isn't a thing. And one thing we can do that, we're going to do that, and we can use a halyard to do it. I've heard it called candy caning. So we're just going to use our grey spinnaker halyard, and we're going to go out now before it really kicks off, and we're going to wrap it around and around and around, so it's like encapsulates the genoa and everything will be good. So that's what we're going to go do. We've also decided, because we've got our tender bobbing round, and there's a 6 horsepower outboard on it, and I think it probably bucks up and down a bit with the weight on the transom. So we're going to use our block and tackle and bring the outboard onto the boat to lighten up the tender, so it'll sit nicely. So let's go do this stuff. Okay.
We sat there, you and I. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. The river's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone. River's gonna cry when you're gone, 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 gone.
Okay.
River's gonna cry when you're.
Yep.
River's gonna cry when you're. River's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry. River's gonna cry when you're gone. It's gonna cry, it's gonna cry.
You want me to help you?
Hey, I heard you want to leave this place where we grew up. This old town, just leave it all behind. River's gonna cry when you're gone.
Well, it's Thursday morning, and we're just in the anchorage at Tāiko Bay. We're on the mooring. There's a bit of a blow forecast for later today and overnight and tomorrow. It was quite severe, but it's been downgraded considerably, which is good. Right now it's just beautifully glassy, really calm.
Day 2 with the strong wind warning, and we're on the mooring ball. There's Adam behind me. Got a bit gusty this morning. Now we've got some heavy rain. Not sure how well you can see. But yeah, pretty shitty weather. The worst is still to come, that we've been told. So yeah, but so far all's okay. All's okay on board. Yeah. So only a few more days of this, and then hopefully it'll all start to settle down, and we've got a week of good weather where we'll go back out. So yeah, looking forward to this shitty weather coming to an end. So the weather's just continuing with the strong winds. It's been, gosh man, just all day, and like I say, this isn't even the worst of it. I'll show you. This is a calm period at the moment. Well, that's because we've got gale force winds. Adam's just putting another line around the Genoa, not that it's necessary, he's just doing it to appease me. Good man, he wants me not to worry. He's not worried, but he's just doing it as a kindness to me. So yeah, but all's going alright. The wind, the gusts seem to be backing off a bit, but it's going to calm off overnight, and then Friday looks like it's going to be the worst, 40 knots. Who knows what the gusts are going to be. But yeah, it's comfortable. Yeah, we're happy. So yeah, we'll just see how it keeps going.
So we've hit up to 50 knots in the last half an hour, 50 knot gust, average of 27 at the moment, so we'll just see how it plays out. We're boisterous. This cockpit enclosure is so good. It's blowing a gale outside, and here I am in shorts and a t-shirt. Bit of water gets around the edges, but it's not too bad. This is 40 knots. It's coming down, it's about 35 at the moment. Pretty consistent at about 35 knots. So it's an average of 28 knots at the moment, and it's been up to 48 in the last hour. It's the peak gust. Just going to go up and check the mooring line for chafe, make sure everything's okay. So let's do this. Nice little lull. It's pleasant. Spotlight. Everything looks good. Looks pretty sweet. Night. Good wind to be down below. Tucked up all nice and dry and warm. Nice and hot with enclosure. Yeah, floodlights there doing it.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please give us a thumbs up and remember to subscribe so you catch the next episode. Please leave us a comment. We do love hearing from you. Join us next time as we leave the mooring field and go back out to one of the outer islands. From the crew of Tāiko, thank you again for watching, and we look forward to seeing you next time.